So I never thought I'd be making another ZA video, but I kind of feel like I have to here because I don't know if this was intentional by Pokemon or not, but the plot and like messaging of this game is one of the darkest messages I've ever heard in like not just Pokemon but any game ever. So I'm like, what the hell was this? So again, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the dark messaging of Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, now to start with, the first dark thing really is the fact that you're running a failed hotel. Like, obviously, like, it's more like AZ's home, really, but, like, still, it's really dark that, like, you are literally the only guest, and now you're working there. Like, the hotel's that poor that you have to work there to help. Like, what? And you don't even get paid for it as well. That's the thing. So, yeah, that was a bit dark as well, but it gets much darker as we go on. So the hotel's doing that badly that you end up having to, like, get a loan from loan sharks. Technically that would be loan sharpedos, but I'm not saying that throughout the whole video. In case you don't know, Sharpedo is a Pokemon. I did not just call them... Yeah. But anyway, so... That is really dark. That is really dark. But anyway, you end up going to their, like, mafia base to try and, like, clear the debt. And then Corbo, who's the head of the mafia, is like, you know, if you want your debt cleared, you're going to have to work for me to pay off the interest. It's like, what is happening right now? So you end up having to work with the mafia. Yeah, that actually happened. This is the first Pokemon game where you actually work with the evil team. Who would have guessed? So, yeah, really dark, really dark. And the weird thing is, right, is that it makes Corbo, like, relatable and, like, sympathetic when he's, like, a loan shark who, like, does things to get his own way. And I'm like, what? And he even worked for Team Flare at one point, who was, like, basically the original... Well, no, they were full-on NAZIs, so that doesn't really... That's beyond that. But that's besides the point. So, yeah, the fact that it, like, tries to humanize a loan shark who basically uses slavery... bit, like, messed up there, Pokemon. Like, what the hell? I don't actually know what to say about that. Like, it never really clicked to me at the time, but, like... Obviously, it clicked to me that you're working with the mafia, literally. But, like, the fact that he literally, like, doesn't even pay you because it's, like, you're in his debt now, so he can use that against you. Like, so, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. That is, like, really messed up. And I guess to the point where you, like, help him, obviously. And then, like, you do such a good job that he ends up staying at the hotel and tips you so you can pay off your debt to them with the tip. So it's like, what? Why are you making out the mafia boss to be a sympathetic, like, nice person when he's very much not, you know? I really think that's really weird and messed up, to be honest. Also, I guess I kind of should have said this at first, but the game kind of feels like it celebrates nepotism a little bit, because, like, the head of, I have it written down because I couldn't remember the name, the head of Quarsatico Inc., her name is Jet, by the way, she's the CEO, so her whole thing in the game is that she's making wild areas for Pokemon to live in the city. For those who aren't Pokemon fans, the city is Paris. It's not called Paris in the game, obviously, but it's based on Paris. But anyway, at first, I was like, what? Because, like, you're literally forcing people out of their houses and businesses to build, places for animals to live. Like, what? Like, I'm all for doing that, you know, I guess, because in a way it kind of, like, you know, is a middle finger to them, because, like, we take homes away from animals all the time, but, like, I feel like this is a bit much, especially since Pokemon literally have powers, like, not, animals don't have powers, at least, so yeah, and it's also felt familiar, because this does actually happen in real life, by the way, like, people get thrown out their homes for whatever reason all the time, and there's legally nothing they can do about it, like, whether, like, they're building a highway or something, so yeah, that's quite messed up that they did that. And Tawny, or I don't know the male character's name, but Tawny, the rival, is, like, all supportive of this. She's like, oh, that's so great. Oh, boy. She doesn't say that, but yeah, so she's all for it and, like, is thinking that this is good. But, like, is it good? Like, even the people in the game even say this throughout the whole story. And it's never painted like, they're the ones, like, it's painted like they're the ones in the wrong, but they're the ones that have been kicked out their homes in favor of Pokemon to live there. So it's like, no, they are in the right. Why is the game trying to gaslight us into thinking that they're wrong when they're literally homeless now? What? Like, what is happening right now? Do you see what I mean? This is one of the darkest Pokemon games ever made. Like, how did this happen? What the hell? This had to have been intentional. There's no way this wasn't intentional, because I feel like Pokemon's quite smart when it comes to making stories like this, so I do not know what the heck happened here. But this is nepotism at its finest, where none of the businesses that are shady are painted in a bad light whatsoever. It is so messed up. Okay, so there is one more point I have to say about the I forgot the name again, the Quartzartico Inc. So at the end, it's revealed that Jet is Tawny's nana, basically. Not basically, literally. Like, because the whole game is Tawny looking for her mum, and then it turns out that Jet is her mum's mum, so there you go. I'm just calling her nana, because that's what I call my nana, obviously. That's what my nephew calls my mum, so yeah, I'm just going with nana. But yeah, anyway. So, the end of the game is like, I'm retiring, I don't want to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. I really did think she was going to be the villain of the game, by the way. Like, the big CEO who's literally kicking people out their homes. Like, she's not the villain? What? Like, the villain... Like, kind of no one was the villain in this game. Like, there were antagonists, sure, but no villains. Like Sanders kind of learned the error of his ways. Corbo wasn't really a villain. Well, he was, but the game doesn't want you to know that. And then, I guess you could argue AZ was kind of an antagonist as well, but, like, not in the same sense as these. But, yeah. Jet was not an antagonist at all. She was framed as, like, being a victim because people were attacking her for valid reasons, I would argue. But anyway, so she wants to retire, and her and Tawny find out that they're related at the exact same time. So it's like, because Tawny's wearing her mom's jacket throughout the whole game. By the way, just quick, I have a theory that Malva from Team Flare is Tawny's mom. 100% believe that. But anyway, so... Tawny's wearing her mom's jacket. Jet's like, that's my daughter's jacket. And then they're like, oh! So anyway, Jet's like, I'm retiring from Quartzartico Inc. and I want you to take over the company. And Tawny's like, okay. And then it's like, well, you are literally a child with zero experience of running a big company like this. Like, I know that you're not all in favor of this company for whatever reason, even though they could literally kick you out of your hotel and make your hotel into a wild area if they wanted to, but you have no experience with it, so why are you like trying to run the company now? Like, you even make a point of like how you're not going to have time to be with your friends anymore to run the hotel now. So like the hotel is one thing because like at least you're only helping out at the hotel, but like you are now the CEO of a massive company that is literally forcing people out of their homes for Pokemon. So what the actual hell is this? Like, this is, like, actual nepotism. I know I keep saying it, but this is what nepotism is, and it's actually frightening. Like, you didn't hire Vinny, who is way more qualified, by the way, or literally anyone else is more qualified. Like, I don't know this girl's name. I know her name, but I do not know how to pronounce it, so I'm going to call her Jacqueline. Could have asked Jacqueline to take over, because, like, she runs a big, massive, successful hotel, and also traps people in wild areas. This girl's annoying, I hate her, but at least she would have been more qualified to run this business than Tawny, who is a child and does not know how to run a business at all. Like, the only reason that Jet hired her as her successor is because she's her granddaughter. Only reason at all. It is ridiculous. And then, I am going to say, this has nothing to do with the theming of the game, but the way you get Eternal Flower Floette, because when Tawny becomes the CEO, she's like, I'm not going to have time to take care of the Floette, so you can have it. Like, this is really how we get the Floette. We waited 12 years to have this Floette, and you don't even give us an event for it. You just get given it like that? What? Like, do a Mega Raid for it, like you did with the other Mega Raids, or like what you did with Zygarde. Like, why did you give us it like that? Like, this is something that should have been a challenge to get, you know? We waited 12 years for this flower, and that's how you give it. I was so unsatisfied. I actually did not like that at all. So yeah, this also kind of is my review of the post-game, by the way, since I didn't review it last time. So yeah, Tawny is now the CEO of the company that is literally ruining Lumio City. Yeah. Right, I guess that's kind of all I have to say, because I don't want this video to be too long, but I feel like I've said enough that the game is really dark and messed up, and I don't know if anyone else is going to see it the way I see it, but my friend sees it like this as well. They agree with me. It was actually them that pointed most of this out to me. I, like, picked up on it, most of it, but they pointed out how, like, Corbo was kind of seen with, like, no bad light at him at all. So that part I didn't really notice, but yeah, the rest I kind of figured for myself. I mean, because I'm not dumb. Like, sorry. But yeah, let me know how you feel about the messaging in this game in the comments down below. Do you think it's dark? Do you think there's something wrong with it? Because I do. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!